All right, folks, this is going to be a fully immersive 360 VR video. We're going to be test driving the 2022 Lincoln Corsair. Now, this specific one is just the regular 2-liter turbocharged engine. The Corsair has a few different options available. So we've got the 2-liter turbo, we've got the 2.3-liter turbo, there's the 2.5-liter Atkinson hybrid as well. So 3 different choices that are available, just depending on what you need out of a vehicle. I'm not gonna lie, with gas prices the way they are right now, it's actually not that bad today, like $1.63 a liter, not a gallon, per liter right now, but it was up to like $1.94, which is crazy. Like I'm just in the GTA, but I think like it was out on the West Coast, like Vancouver. I think you guys were hit with like a $2.20 a liter, which is like almost like $8-9 per gallon. Like it's so ridiculous. Well, that's where hybrids come into play. Like electric vehicles, I think, are going to be a bigger thing over the course of the next couple of years, especially with gas prices going the way they are. And it's so crazy seeing, like, what was it, April of 2020? Yeah, it would have been just when I started this channel. Gas prices plummeted. Like, it was like 78, 79 cents a liter. It was so ridiculously cheap. But now it's like, it's more than double that. I'm like, ugh, you can't, like, how do you win? How do you win? Oh, well, it's funny. There was I did a video on the Land Rover Defender, and somebody had actually commented like gulp, 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 which, like, I get it. It makes sense, but for certain vehicles, the manufacturers aren't necessarily catering to people that are going to be looking at gas prices. Like, I'm just going to call it the way it is. Like, one of the nice things about the Ford lineup is that you still are fairly fuel efficient across the entire vehicle lineup, but certain vehicles, they're going to be a little bit thirsty here nor there. I know that certain brands, certain makes, certain models, even in the Ford world, like in Ford and Lincoln world, like you get into like the Lincoln Navigator, that thing's like, it's a little bit thirsty. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, if you need a bigger vehicle, you need a bigger vehicle. There's not much that you can do about it. Let's see who's going to run the yellows. All right. So good. All right, now this thing is not officially broken in yet. It's only got about 80 kilometers on it. So I'm not going to go, I'm in excite mode, but I'm not going to do too much to it. A few things though, I am absolutely going to be using the adaptive cruise control system. So it's that set it and forget it cruise. And one of the great things is that we can use that system just on regular streets, which is amazing. Oh, this is great. I kind of preface it all the time. If you aren't familiar with 360 video and you're looking at this video in VR right now, if you're on your desktop, you can just do a swipe around and look left, right, whatever the case may be. If you're on your cell phone, YouTube app, you can swipe around using your finger as well, which is definitely the better way to do it, because you could also rotate your phone, but that could get a teeny little bit dizzying. So, oh, this is nice though. I gotta get this thing back up again. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, that's better. Oh, that's nice. I like 200, so this is the 2-liter EcoBoost engine, so the turbocharged engine that you're gonna find in a lot of other Lincoln and Ford vehicles. But this thing is crazy powerful, like 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. Like, it is a good amount of power in this 2-liter engine, 2-liter turbo engine. You've got the option for the larger 2.3-liter instead. So if you're a little bit more of a speed demon, or you're just a bigger fan of having more power in your cars, you're probably going to want to look at that 2.3-liter instead. And then on the flip side of it, if you want to be a little bit more economical, look at the Lincoln Corsair Grand Touring model, and that's where we get into the hybrid instead. So the hybrid, 2.5-liter Atkinson, great amount of power, and it's got, I believe, 28-mile range. I'm going too slow. 28 miles, that's why that system canceled. But it's got a 28-mile range inside of the hybrid version of the Corsair. So a decent amount, which is, it's actually fairly similar to the Escape, which is kind of ironic because the Corsair and the Escape are actually built on the same platform. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, there is a cop car, and I'm going to be that guy right now. I'm the person who rides the right lane and then turns right at, like, I guess, so you know what? It's actually funny. It's the idea of zipper merging, which if you've ever driven on the highway before or anything where a lane's closing, you should technically zipper merge, which is what I'm doing right now. So I know some people just go crazy when people do the zipper merging, like what I just, oh, that person looks injured. Oh no, I hope they're okay. Oh, I thought it was somebody pulled over, but it's an accident. Oh, unfortunate. But yeah, so zipper merging. And like if you're a person where if somebody's trying to zipper merge and you're not letting them in, you're the problem. Like zipper merging is legitimately a thing. There have been studies showing that you should let people zipper merge because it's better for traffic. But it's like roundabouts versus stop signs. Roundabouts technically are better. But I mean, get people used to that. Here nor there. I know with a lot of people it gets into like a road rage situation, so oh, this is so cool though. So back to the car for a second. Let's go on a random rant for a second there. But this thing does have the adaptive cruise system turned on. And I've also got the lane centering system engaged. So I technically do need to keep my hands on the steering wheel. So that's definitely a thing. But one of the nice things about this system is that it also does have the flexibility of keeping me fully balanced in my lane as I go. So it is such a great system there. You kind of hear it beeping a little bit because I'm riding in the right lane. So as we go and it doesn't recognize the markings, it's going to automatically turn that system off as well. We do have a distance indicator, so how far are we away from the vehicle that's in front of us. So quite a few different options available there. Now this thing, the adaptive cruise control system also has another subsection of that that's called intelligent cruise. So the intelligent cruise essentially takes the adaptive cruise to the next level, and it's based on speed sign recognition. So if you've got it set at 60 kilometers an hour and it drops down to 50 and your tolerance level's at 0, it's automatically going to brake for you. So that's actually what happened there. I had it set at 60 because that's where the road was originally, but it dropped down to 50, so it automatically started slowing me down as well. And I just hit the brake myself, but it is nice that the car is smart from that perspective. But I love it. This thing is loaded with technology. We do have an option for a heads-up display, which this one does not have, but it is available there. And there are some other great options that you can look at too. I mentioned we do have the wireless charge pad inside of this one. And again, that's just because one of the added packages that this vehicle has. Not going to be standard, but it is there as an option. It is interesting though, even seeing different packages and different options and things like that that are available and how the chip shortage has kind of affected everything. Minor things, but there aren't too many things I've noticed so far in the Corsair that are like profoundly different from the 2020 Corsair or the 2019 MKC. Obviously, well, the MKC, I should say, it's a night and day difference. Actually, no, the MKC was the Nautilus? No. Oh no, this is going to test my memory now. The MKC was the Corsair, or was the Corsair new? Oh, this is going to be challenging. Why can't I remember this right now? I got to double check that one. But oh, here nor there. This thing is a nice ride at the end of the day. I absolutely love it. It's super comfortable, very quiet. I obviously don't have any audio going right now, but if I did, you'd absolutely be able to notice because the sound system inside of this thing is unbelievable. And the power inside of this thing is even better too, but I'm surprised, like the amount of power that you get out of this 2-liter engine, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like it's not broken in yet, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas when we get onto the highway. But you'd be shocked at the amount of power that you can get out of this 2-liter engine, especially as you look at different things. Now, I am obviously in the Excite mode. I mentioned that earlier. And the Excite the Excite mode holds onto the RPMs a little bit longer, so it gives you a much sportier performance, a much sportier feel. But I mean, if you're not a fan of that, we've got a series of other drive modes that are available. So we've got our just normal mode if you want the conserve mode instead. And then we've got some snowy condition modes on top of that. But I do, conserve mode. Can I do that? It's funny. I put conserve mode on and immediately the auto start stop system, it turns on. So power is killed to the engine right now. So good. Now this thing does also have the options. So in our driver assistance settings, where is this clown going? Oh, okay, he's turning left. Why not? All right. So we've got the auto hold setting. So the auto hold setting turned on, you can take your foot off the brake completely and it's going to hold the car in place. So I absolutely love that system. There was somebody that they commented on a video saying like it's just something that people should do regardless. And I've been thinking about that more and more. And just for general safety, I think it's a brilliant idea. Because if you've got the auto hold setting on and you come to a complete stop, let's say if you've blacked out or you've hit your head or you pass out, heart attack, whatever the case may be, if you're at a complete stop, the car's not going to move. And even if you're stopped at a light getting ready to turn, if you lose focus for a second, you turn left, turn right, whatever the case may be, it's going to keep you stopped. So that system, I just turned it off, but I'm going to turn it back on again because like that, it's such a smart system. Like I love it. I love the idea of this system. You see people raging out for not turning. To be fair, not turning at the red, it kind of makes sense, but yeah, here nor there. But this ride is comfortable. I love it. I love the ride. I love the feel, the comfort. I can't wait to take it onto the highways. You can kind of experience it through the camera a little bit to kind of get a feel for what this thing feels like, but it's amazing. A lot of good technology. We've got our panoramic sunroof there, home link system, so if you've got a garage door opener at home. I already mentioned with the media screen, so we've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay capabilities. So this thing does have factory navigation, but if you wanted to use things like Google Maps, Apple Maps, or Waze, you've got the flexibility to do that through Apple CarPlay specifically, because Android Auto right now, strictly only Google Maps, unfortunately. I'd love to see Waze and a few of the other map applications. Unfortunately, only Google Maps, which in and of itself, like, it's still a good map application though, especially now that they've got the live traffic and things like that. It's funny how much different you drive when you're doing test drives of a vehicle versus cars that you own. Oh, if it was a car that I owned. Ooh. Ooh. That's a guy who rocks by me in a Tesla. Nice cars. I do appreciate what Elon Musk has done with those things. Crazy amount of power. It's amazing seeing where technology has gone in these things. Like seeing where like we've got electric vehicles here, like this, it's amazing. It's amazing seeing where technology is. And like, I can only imagine where I guarantee this guy's going to try to cut in front of this truck and turn right onto the highway, but here nor there, I think. I feel fairly certain about that, but it's crazy seeing where technology is and where it's going. Because here, let me just block this out of your view for a second there. Because one of the crazy things about technology where it is, inside of Ford Lincoln vehicles, we've got the Blue Cruise feature, which is essentially going to be your hands-free driving. So no hands on the steering wheel. Like I was using the adaptive cruise control system there, so the set it and forget it cruise with the lane centering system. But imagine the lane centering system permanently on. You don't need to worry about your hands whatsoever. So that should be announced with the new Lincoln EV vehicles. That'll be announced over the next little bit. Just because the Oakville assembly plant where the Nautilus is made, that one unfortunately is gone as of probably 2023. So they're probably making an announcement in the next couple months to let us know that a new EV is being built there. But I'm curious to see what it's going to be called. I was reading a few forums and Lincoln has actually gone to trademark the name Skyline. Ford's gone to trademark the name Skyline, which I thought was interesting because for me, Skyline, you've got your Nissan Skyline. That's exactly where that goes for me. Like the R33s, the 34s, beautiful cars, right-hand drive, absolutely love it. But at the same time, for Ford to try to trademark that name, I'm like Ford Skyline, Lincoln Skyline, maybe I can see like a Lincoln Skyline, that might make sense. Unless they've got like the Skyline moniker as like a feature potentially, but we're gonna see. It should be in the next couple months that announcement will hit, but Ford patented that recently, which is interesting. All right, excite mode, make me excited. I'm gonna slow down a tiny, well, not slow down, I'm gonna take my foot off the gas, and okay, I'm gonna gas it up a little bit. It's so good, so good. And if you heard there, so I was changing gears out on the fly as well. So you've got the flexibility to be able to do that just because of the paddle shifters inside of this thing. So I absolutely love it. I love that we've got that option. As of right now, I do also have the lane centering system turned on and the lane keeping systems on there as well. But I guess lane centering system, it shouldn't matter. I'm actually curious what's about to happen here because I'm passing a road where I think it might lose the, what's it gonna do? Okay, it kept it. I was super, okay, cool. I wasn't sure if it was gonna like try to take me to the on-ramp or if it was gonna keep me there. It felt like it was almost fighting me for like a brief second, but it's keeping me perfectly balanced in my lane. My hands are technically off the wheel right now, but having said that, it's not permanently off because I will eventually get a message letting me know I should put my hands back on the wheel. But it is such an amazing system all at the same time. Like I love this system. Just gonna get over so that people can get out of the way. Is it going to keep me balanced as it goes here? No, okay, I got to rebalance myself and then it'll pick it back up. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Such a great system though. So cool. I love where technology is and where it's going. This is just so good. Like literally perfectly balanced. Like I could be going around a bend right now and it's keeping me perfectly balanced in my lanes. This is amazing. Amazing. Okay, gonna turn that adaptive cruise control system off. And there we go. All right. Message on the screen, can easily get rid of that bad boy there by swiping right, hitting the OK button on the right side of the steering wheel there. This is nice though. This is really nice. Speed sign recognition, what's gonna happen here? Ah, I didn't pick it up, okay. Still thinks I'm on the highway with a 100km/h speed limit. But I am on an off-ramp that has a 50km/h speed limit. Where are you going, fella? Oh, you're you're in the left lane with your right turn signal on. That totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. All right, here we go. Little gas. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. Oh, this is good. I love the performance in this. And this is just the 2-liter. Like the 2.3 liter, like that 0.3 is not much in the grand scheme of things, but 295 horsepower instead, it makes a big difference. So nice. So nice. This is really cool. I love it. And like something like this, so I don't have any kids. I've got a fur baby now. My girlfriend and I adopted a dog, so cutie is a little cavapoo. But so I don't have any kids, so I wouldn't have to worry about something bigger. But I mean, for me, like I've got fairly wide shoulders. I'm 175 pounds, 6 feet tall. I can comfortably fit inside this thing, and looking around headspace, I still have a ton of space up there. The seat can still drop down a little bit, so a lot of great options available. One thing I forgot to do while I was there, turn on massage chair seats. So we've got a hot button press along our driver's door where we can turn that on, but the massage chair seats are amazing. It's optional inside of the Corsair, but it is so, so nice all at the same time. All right, and let's finish this bad boy up in a few seconds. I'm just gonna pull across here so that we can kind of hide things out a little bit from that bright, bright sun hitting this camera. There we go. Oh, that massage chair seat. So nice, so nice. That was a look at the 2022 Lincoln Corsair, looking at everything that you need to know about it, test driving, etc. What did you think? If you have any questions, drop down in the comment section below and let me know. I'm more than willing to bounce ideas off of you. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this video though, let's try that. Feel free to give it a like, subscribe to the channel as well, and until I see you next time, take care.